Hey guys, it's Bear. Sorry there's a bit of noise outside. These people are doing hard rubbish, or like taking hard rubbish away. But I want to complete this. It's like 9. I think I've talked about this problem before. I basically finish everything. I've got this like daily goals list, and I finish everything before 9, which you might think that's probably a bad daily goals list, but it's not. Like so I wake up 5, study for an hour and 10 minutes, then I go for a run/walk. It depends. Sometimes it's long, sometimes it's short. It was short today, so I guess if it's longer, then yeah, I might not finish before 9, but at least finish before 10 or something. And then I do this like little yoga routine. It takes me about 10-15 minutes, and there's like posture exercise because my posture's bad, which reminds me I should sit back to like properly sit in my car. I think it's like this. Then my head touches the roof. It's gonna sink down, and I think that's bad for me. My back. I want to get like posture under control, like because I've looked at like how I stand normally, and it looks ugly. Having your shoulders back and down, but if you're sitting a lot, then you don't do it. Which I sit a lot. Anyways, posture exercise. Then before that, clean room and get dressed. What takes 5-10 minutes. Have a shower, a cold shower. Only the end of it is cold. Do about like that takes 5-10 minutes. Do my hair, another 5 minutes. Which is a new thing I'm starting up. Done about 2 weeks now. I want to change it. Like I want to alter how I style it in the morning. I'm using the hairdryer and I'm seeing how it all works and brushing in different ways and seeing how it changes. I think this looks better than yesterday. Yesterday I sort of like tried to get it as up as possible. You want to be able to see it, but that's slowly getting better. Do that, shower, hair. I weigh myself, then I record everything down. So I record my wake up time, my cold shower, my yoga, my running, and gym if I do gym. So every second day I do gym. So instead of running, I'll do gym. Or usually, because I'm trying to lose weight, I do running every day. And gym I leave to like the end of the day. I don't know. I still do it, so there's that. Then, even though I procrastinate on it, what else is there? Gym, running, posture. Yeah, that's about it. Yoga. And study hours. I write that down. So I write all those down and basically fill my water bottle, water my plant, and vlog is on there as well. Vlog and clean kitchen is still on there. I don't put this on there because it's random, but if I need to cook or I need to buy some food, I'll put that on there, but it's not on the daily list. And I think that's a bad thing because it means I eat more fast food. The reason being is I don't have any food in the house because I ate all the food and I didn't plan to go shopping, and so shopping before I ran out. So I'm like, I need to go get fast food, which isn't an excuse. Like I could go Subway, which I don't count as, it is fast food, but like it's healthier fast food. You know what I'm saying? Even though it costs more money, but like, usually I make the excuse. I haven't had it. I do have a recording of how much I eat fast food. I try to keep it to at least once a week. I prefer to just never have it, but I'm doing pretty well. Like last night, I probably haven't eaten for 5 days, and then before that it was 7 days, and then before that was 14 days, and then before that was 14 days. So yeah, but essentially yeah, I do all that, and it's 9, and then I have a whole day left. So I need to figure out how to fill it, and essentially what I had been doing. Well, now I'm sort of working. Yeah, work stuffs things up, but I've quit my job, and now I'm doing DoorDash, and so I did my first day of DoorDash yesterday, which didn't go as well as planned, mainly because, so with DoorDash, if you do it consistently, you get to dash whenever you want, and if you don't, you have to like pick certain areas that are busy and schedule when you're going to dash. and so I had to drive like far, like a 20-minute drive to go to a busy area, and then at the end of it, once lunch rush had ended, I had been like put far away from my house, if that makes sense, because just the way the deliveries worked. And so I had like a 30-minute drive home, and then same thing happened in the evening. But if I do it consistently, I can choose when to dash, and I'll be able to just dash close to my house. But anyways, yeah, testing. Yeah, this was always meant to just be a test, because I wanted to quit my job and have this in the intermediary. And if I find a way to do it well, that's good. But if I don't, then hey, at least I'm getting some cash in between jobs. And yeah, it's pretty good for cash. What was the other thing? I've also doing this since I don't have a job. This nucleus. Oh, I'm not sure how to say it. Actually, no. They want you to. It's like I think it's a drug company called Nucleus Network. The reason I'm saying, because I thought I shouldn't speak about them because I don't know, they won't be anonymous, but they actively want you to go out and tell people about it, so they join, and you get like a referral bonus if you refer someone. But it's like it's a lot of money. They basically test the drugs on you, which that's why you're getting a lot of money, because in drugs testing, and people might. And so I pulled out of the last one because it's like, oh, my life is too valuable. Why take the risk? But thinking about it back, basically what they do is they do animal tests, and they test it to the point where the animal has no reaction, and then they give you 1/10 of that. So yeah, I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, I'm doing that, and yeah, it's good money. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to reveal. Wait, no, you're allowed to reveal. So I think I'm staying total of 14 days, and I get $3,500. So pretty good. Yeah, it's like working full time, but you're not even working. I think I got to stay in the facility though for that whole time. So I guess I'll just have my phone, and I won't be able to work out because they don't want you doing any strenuous exercise. But for 14 days, that's really good. So doing that. Yeah, but in terms of finishing everything before 9, my plan is because what I used to do was just I could go for long walks, which is a bit hard because we gone into a 5-day restriction, which will be over in 2 days hopefully. 5-day lockdown. So I go for a long walk to think about things I'm studying. I will listen to usually Jordan Peterson because he's what I'm studying, or like some sort of podcast, and play Skyrim or something else I did, or just try and go through like different goals I have, and have a whole list of goals of stuff that I'm not doing currently, and just like pick stuff from there and do them. What's been happening is, one, I'll get to the point where I like Jordan Peterson out. I'm like I can listen to Jordan Peterson, but I'm just not concentrating on what he's saying, and it's just blur. So there's no real point to doing it. And then long walk is like if I've already walked like 2 hours today, like even if it's not lockdown, I don't feel like walking. And then what happens is it's just YouTube, Reddit, social media. And then now I'm like working, so 6 hours of my day, is driving for DoorDash. So that takes up a good chunk of the day. But what I'm planning today is just write down a list of, okay, these are podcasts I want to go through. These are like simpler books that I want to read. Like I want to understand like these stories. These are movies I want to watch because like they have good. Because this is stuff I was already doing with the time. I was like, so I'll be on social media. I need to be productive. I'll watch some productive things. And I'll think, hey, that's a productive thing to do. And then, all right, I'll do that and whatever. But I think just having it like having all that stuff pre-written out of stuff I enjoy doing, and will like eat up my time in a positive way instead of social media eating up my time of mindless browsing. I think that would be really good. Like another thing I was doing is I was looking at different production companies I liked, how to get a job on those production companies, and understanding like the culture and stuff like that. And I think just getting all that stuff like planned out and how to, and like say, okay, here's these things you can progress towards. Because even with the Jordan Peterson, I had like, okay, this is like the lecture series I'm watching, and I'm going to get through this lecture series, and I had sort of had that goal. But I finished all those lecture series, and so now it's just I'm watching random videos, and yeah, it's harder. So there's like one, I would like to get through a lot more mythology. So I want to buy some like audiobooks for that and just listen through those. The problem with mythology would be like, so there was one podcast I was listening to about Celtic mythology, and the guy was just like, he lists off like 15 different locations in like 1 minute, and lists off these like 10 different characters, and then he talks about these two characters interacting, you don't know who the two characters are, and you're trying to figure out who they are, and then he introduces like two other conflicts of like these other characters, and just way too confusing. So I tried to listen to him again, writing it all down, like all the characters. One, it was annoying because it was an audio book, and it wasn't audio podcast, and so I didn't know if I was writing the names correctly, and I was trying to Google the names, and it wasn't coming up, and there was no like reading along with it, so that was really hard. And also Celtic mythology is really hard because it's also being Christianized, as in like, the Christian sort is like pagan devil worship, so they changed all the stories to include God and stuff. And so anyway, but I think there are some books which I'm trying to find, like Neil Gaiman, I think his name is. He's got one of the books. He's written a book on like these Nordic fairy tales, and yeah, I think like one, I don't want to just know them. I want to know like what time period they came from, who wrote them, why they wrote them, like what was the historical context like. So that's one thing. There's like podcasts I want to listen to, especially there's this production company I really like, Cartoon Saloon. I watched their latest movie, and it was like exactly, it's called Wolf Walkers, and it was like exactly the type of movie I would like to make. So I've been like listening to they got podcasts that like goes through their different crew, and they're sort of, it's not like some production companies, it's like, you have the production people or whatever, I don't know what they do. Oh no, like they'll just hire, it's sort of like they'll just find lots of random people. It's like gig work, if that makes sense. It's like, oh, hire this guy, and then once the movie's done or TV show's done, then they go on. Maybe they'll have them again if they get another show, but it's not like, you get a job at, I don't know, a job, you get a job at an architecture, like, yeah, you get a job where it's like, okay, you're going to be the director for all our movies, or like a good portion of our projects, and we're going to keep making projects, and you're going to constantly be like a director writer on these projects, and like a job with consistent work, and I think they're a little bit more like that, which is cool, and they like build, and they have like a unified vision, which isn't just of like they want to make good stories based around mythology, instead of we want to make movies that make money, which is So I listen to those podcasts. Go write all these down. Have specific places I want to explore. I just go on this, because where I live, I just go on the same walks all the time. So I think like having some, different planned areas to walk to. I also really want to try, sorry this video is going on for a while, I really want to try going to the city, and first like writing out of like stories. So next week is my writing week. This week's my linguistics week, which I've done 2 days, and it's actually been really fun. It's given a real grounding to what I'm doing. I enjoy learning linguistics, and writing, and learning how to speak and stuff better. Writing. yeah, go to the city, have like some stories, and like just go up to a random person and say, hey, like, I'm a I'm a writer, and I'm trying to see if like my I'm trying I want to tell my stories to people to like um, see if they're good or not. Would you mind if I tell my story to you? Probably in a lot less awkward way than that. It is going to be pretty awkward, but I really want to try it out because I think it'd be super effective. Like watching someone's reactions to like the story you're telling, instead of writing the story, getting a whole crew together, making the story, which is like a year or two long process, whatever, and then finally it goes out to an audience, and then you see what the reaction is. Instead, you write the story, whatever, it takes a few weeks, a few months, and then you tell the story and like, hey, they were engaged here, here, here. They weren't engaged here. I think that could be really, really, because it was like something I was really missing from going back in time. And I hate to bring this up, but pickup. So pickup was so, I don't know, it was so fun because you'd just go out and you would just meet, like your whole day was just meeting new people and like going on different adventures. And I'm not just talking about like girls and stuff. Like you'd meet other dudes and stuff, and you like make friendships, and then you go to like this club, and you like go to this dude's house, and you become friends with like them, and they tell you this really deep thing, and then they invite you a friend group, and then you like have like 5 different friend groups like you hang out around with, and like like this different girl, like, oh, you're seeing that was, and it was, yeah, you were embedded in like this huge community and network, and it was just like adventures every day. I loved that so much. But with writing, it's just you're in a room, and like at the moment, I'm very us, and I like being us. Like I'm very good at that. Lockdowns, pretty fine for me. But I'm going. Yeah, I go. I just like I kind of miss that like huge adventure, and I think if I sort of meld the two together, I think that would be awesome. So I want to try that. I'm not sure how it would go, but I'm really excited about it. I've got one story I can tell. I'm going to sort of plan out how to tell it. But yeah, I'll see. Yeah, that's if because lockdown was only 5 days, so it may be longer. We don't know yet. It seems like we're doing pretty well. We're not getting that many new cases. But whatever. Whether it's this week or next week or 5 weeks from now. Yeah, that'll be something I'll try out on the weekends. Because the weekends I'm going to keep off. Even though I can do this work anytime I want, I'm going to try and keep it as scheduled as possible. So doing lunch and dinners mostly. I could try doing, if I don't work out in the morning and work out later, I could do breakfast, lunch and dinner. But yeah, we'll see if I need to do that or not. What else? This bump on my forehead, I got a little scratch, but the swelling is going way down. I don't look like such a doofus with a thing on my head. Yeah, I think that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in 2 days.